So I started in dialysis about 2019, 18, November, around that time. My brother actually was working in dialysis before me, and at the time I was staying with my brother, and I would just hear his conversations, and he would be, seeing the things that happen throughout his shift, and then what he would always be like, oh, well, I'm making this money for this, I'm floating over here, oh, let me call about my mileage, So when I used to hear, I'm like, oh, he making money, okay, so bro, how can I do this, you want to do it? Yeah, I'll put you on, So he got me the job, and I never wanted to be in the health field, none of that, just trying to make money. I used to do like a lot of customer service work, so I did like a lot of insurance companies and stuff like that. So I was familiar with the terms that they were using when I was like taking the classes and stuff. So I went through the class. So I started working for DaVita. They have a class that they send you to, or you can be trained on the job. I went through the class. I learned all that stuff. It was really hard, It was really, really hard, I don't know how I made it. But you said you passed. I said, ooh. But it was very interesting, and I took my time and learned it, and I made it through. I passed my CCHT. I guess I was good. So I started working. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't care for what I was doing at first. I was just looking at it for the money. I got my raise. After I got my 6 months in, I went and I said, it's $1, right? Like, yeah, we're gonna get to it. So they gave me $1 or whatever, So I was coming up the ladder. I started working some more, and I just started, meeting these different people, and I would start seeing how they would treat people and how they would talk to people. And one thing about me, I am very respectful to people. You be respectful to me, I'm gonna be respectful to you. Respectful to me, I'm gonna be respectful to you. These people sometimes they can kind of get a little irritable, and they'll speak out to you and say things. Not that they really mean them in a bad way, but I had to learn that. That's how you displayed it to me, so that's what I'm gonna give it to you. I don't know how you want to. Hey, you all right? I'm all right if you all right. So I had to learn that. These people, they, when I first went in, I will say I caught the ugly side the most. I just felt like all of them, you can't stick me, no, don't touch me. It took for me to stick one person, and the other person had to say, let him stick you. He good. He stuck me yesterday. That's how it was. Like, literally, they would be like, he good. He stuck me. You sure? Like, I don't know. All right, come over here and do it. Man, okay, you done. All right, you can stick me from now on. So I had a lot of trouble with that. You just got to kind of build a relationship, a trusting relationship with these people. And that was something that I didn't know, I just came in thinking I was just supposed to stick them. And, these people, they got a lot of demands, and I used to be like, hey, you need this. If you don't get it, but I had to kind of change my mindset in order to help them better, like I said, I really didn't care for the job for a long time. I just was doing it. I understood it, but it wasn't until I seen somebody like lay out on the floor, you know what I'm saying, bleeding, and that kind of, all right, well, did I do something? Why is this person, just flatline like that on the floor? So that kind of opened my eyes to be a little bit more cautious and caring for what I'm doing. These people literally can kind of go out at any time, whether they on or off the machine. You just never know how they feeling. I had a guy, he was so mean and grumpy old man. He was real mean and grumpy. And he would just come in and just, that's my seat. Get my wheelchair. Like, that's the stuff he would do. And one day I just, he caught me on the right day. he just, I looked at him and I said, why you so mean? Like, what's your problem? What's going on? He was like, and he just looked at me, and I guess that day my voice just kind of resonated with him, and he was like, Hurson, I'm not mean. I didn't even know the man knew my name, because he never said my name. He was just like, Hurson, I'm not mean. I was like, well, you sure acting like it. Come on, get on in this chair and do what you need to do. And from that day forward, that man, he was real cool with me. He was, he about made me cry. That man was real cool. He started talking to me and just, kind of sharing his life with me. And he never really talked to everybody like that. He would come in and just, do his stuff and go home. He talk a little trash every now and then to people who he trusted. Again, you got to build trusting relationships with these people. And, he was just a person who was always fluid overload and didn't really kind of monitor things like he should have. And I remember one day he came in singing, and he never did that. I was like, what's going on with this man? He came in there singing out loud, and I was like, what's up? He was feeling good. I was playing my little music on the phone, and he was just singing out loud. And then he came back in for his next treatment, and he was in a wheelchair. He said, Hurson, I don't feel good. And water just was coming out his body, fluid. And sometimes when they get fluid overload, you'll see, the stuff coming out their skin, like literally. And I sat him in a chair, and his tech had put him on. He wasn't in my pod that day. And I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes later, we looked back, and he was laid in the chair. And me and another girl, what's her name? I did CPR on him, and she did it. We switched, alternated. And I think it wasn't till then when I realized I was really crushing his bones, like crushing them. I felt them. My love for the job began right then, because that was my friend. Me and this man built a relationship during this time. So in that moment, I panicked, but I didn't, because I wanted to save my friend. And, we worked on him, and we worked on him. Everybody around looking at us, and, I'm looking at me from the outside, having an out-of-body experience, like, what am I doing? Do I know what I'm doing? And everybody was like, you're doing good, Hurson, you're doing good. And the ambulance came in, and we unhooked him from the machine, and they threw him in the chair, and they put their automatic, they have one that's automatic that will sit, just pump. And his whole body was just, for like 45 minutes, they worked on him before they took him out of that, and he passed away. That was my friend. So that's where my love for dialysis came, and I started caring about what I was doing to